What's going on YouTube? Falkendo here with another video about this upcoming idea that me and a friend has been batting around. We call it the Paperman Challenge. Now the idea of this is basically to be the exact opposite of the Iron Man Challenge, where the Iron Man Challenge, you're one hit, you're dead, you can only wear whites. If you're familiar with the challenge, you know the challenge. But we decided to come up with a more casual, weak version of the challenge that still involves heirlooms, but still gives you a nice little meh challenge. If in case you wanted to like level up your tunes right before Legion, but still didn't want to go through too much hassle and hardcoreness that is the Iron Man challenge. And here I am going to explain to you the basic rules of this challenge. Now, here we go with rule number 1. You can only wear heirloom items from 1 to 100. Now, the items we have selected are head, neck, shoulders, chest, weapons. You can have dual weapons. Trinkets, you can have 2 trinkets, but you can't have 2 of the same trinket. And pants. And there's a reason specifically for the neck on this one, and I'll explain that here in a little bit. Now, the second rule is that you have no other EXP buffs, RAF, guild buffs, food buffs, whatever. They are just not allowed. No boosting powers whatsoever other than the heirlooms themselves, which will be your only items you can even wear to begin with. We're talking like no gloves, belts, shoes, rings, bracer. No, none of those. None. You can have a shirt and a tabard, but again, the tabard will come in later. And rule number 3 and 4, I'm just going to throw at the same time. No profession, leveling your professions at least. You can pick them up, but you cannot level them. Like in the case of engineering, if you just wanted to use the World Shrinker trinket, yeah, okay, you can use toys like that so long as they're not helping you level. Cosmetic toys are okay. And for rule number 4, there's no potion, flasks, food, and there's exceptions to this because you can actually use mage food if you're a mage. But other than that, you want to use your neck as your only healing item unless you're a class that can heal or use a healing ability, like Lockstones, Death Strike, etc., etc. Rule number 5: no pet battling ever. Just the XP you get from that thing is ridiculous. So we're just kicking that to the curb and saying that you can only level via questing, grinding, and that's all. Either quests or grinding. No dungeons, no pet battling, no nothing. Rule number 6: no leveling guides. And there's some add-ons in there that help you go and teach you how to level and go through the quests and everything. Nope, none of those. As well as you can only group with people that are within 2 levels of you. You can still group up, but you can't be carried. Sorry, you can just can't. No dungeons, no carry, no nothing. Alright, rule number 7. You can only wear white quality tabards. Now, I don't know if there's actually some kind of boosting tabard or something like that, or the rep that you can gain with the guild boosting one, which you shouldn't be even in a guild to begin with. But we have agreed with only white quality tabards and nothing more. And then number 8, no enchantments. Enchantments are just way too OP while leveling to begin with. And you're going to be using heirlooms anyway, so this is actually still going to... The idea is still to provide a challenge while leveling with heirlooms, while still gaining that EXP boost. So if you really, really, really want to take this to actually kind of an extreme kind of thing, we wanted to toy around with the idea of you had to actually finish the entire zone while leveling. You could only, say you went into Westfall and you outleveled it. Well, no, you don't outlevel Westfall. You do all of Westfall, and you have to complete all the quests you can in that zone before moving on. But that's more of a hardcore kind of rule thing like that we were working on. It's not an actual rule if you wanted to disobey it. And here we have probably the final rule, but it's also another optional rule we threw in there. This is more for the hardcore players. Only 5 deaths allowed per character, otherwise you're considered dead. It's kind of like the Iron Man, when you die once, nope, you're dead, delete. This one gives a little bit more leniency with 5 deaths. Now you mark your deaths by placing your weapons onto your action bar, your far right action bar along the side of your screen. Now if you're using a add-on, you have to just indicate, I think I just misspelled indicate here, but whatever, who cares. You just gotta indicate to us what is your death bar and your death toll. Just put your weapon in the slot 5 times. If you get well, just to mark it. It's just a tally on. Now the point of this is just so that people can have fun and do things and just have fun in WoW. I mean, Warlords of Draenor is pretty dry as it is. Leveling can be too fast or too slow depending upon it. The reason I decided to do this is because I still want to make my friend level. He literally has taken 4 or 5 years to actually level a goblin hunter, for Christ's sake. So yeah, so if you just want to have fun with some friends and still have a bit of a challenge to the game, this is a pretty interesting one. And you would think that it'd be the same, like if you had those other items or not, but no, actually it does still provide a bit of a niche to it, so give it a shot. Anyway, this is Falkendo, wishing you happy gaming, and see you next time.